one, I have my iced coffee today. I am so excited to film this video. We are going to go through some of the lowest rated products on Mecca. So I bought this stuff about a week and a half ago. Like I said, these are basically all of the lowest rated products, and we're going to try them out on our face in a full face first impression today. There were some products that were rated lower, but they had like one review. So I tried to pick things that had multiple reviews that were low reviews, if that makes sense. So it's not just like one person saying they're bad, it's like multiple people. We're gonna read the reviews and see if I agree with them or if I actually like some of the products. So hopefully I do like some of these. Hopefully this entire makeup look doesn't just come out looking like trash, because that would suck. But that's just the risk we're going to take. So if you don't know what Mecca is, it is one of my all-time favorite websites to shop on. It's kind of like a New Zealand version of Sephora. They've got all of our high-end brands. I love them so much because they brought all of the brands to New Zealand and Australia that we previously could not get, like Too Faced, Urban Decay, Stila, Ciate, Bare Minerals, like heaps of stuff, and some really high-end brands too. So I'm gonna try all of the stuff today. Let's see what they're like. So for the worst rated foundation, I died. This is Bitey Cover Expert SPF 15. I really hope I like this because it cost $97. And it's been rated 2.7 with 47 reviews. I got the shade Vanilla Beige. I hope it matches me and I hope I like this, because I want to get my money's worth, but we'll soon find out. So once again, it's called Cover Expert SPF 15, Perfecting Fluid Foundation with Ultra Correcting Coverage. You get 35ml, which is a little bit more than average. It's got 21 one-star reviews. Someone said that the formula has changed, so they don't like the new formula. I wouldn't know anything about that since I haven't tried it. Bright orange undertones. That said, it's not horrible and it ends up blending out okay. I do notice that it sits on my skin differently and doesn't last as long. Someone else says amazing coverage. Yeah, someone else just said disappointing change in formula ruined a good thing. The new formula is different in color and the finish is nowhere near as nice. I got the shade 7 Vanilla Beige. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. This is the packaging. It's just a nice like tube and you just squeeze out the product like that. You know, I'm sure you guys know how to do it. I hope. Color looks alright. Come on. I really hope I like this. You know, SPF obviously isn't good for like photography, but if it's a good foundation, it could be a nice one for the daytime. At $90 something, I have certain expectations. And I am going to use my dirty because I'm lazy round face brush. I need to wash my brushes. I'm just going to start by stippling it a little. Oh, looks a little bit orange now. Smells hard out like sunscreen, which I love the smell of sunscreen, but just in case you guys didn't know. I know some people hate the smell of it, but I adore sunscreen smell. Let me know what you think down below. Do you love it or do you hate it? Or do you just not care? I really love the finish. I feel like it's going a little bit patchy, so you have to be careful when you blend it. And I feel like it's a little bit orange, but it's not so orange that a powder won't help to correct that. I did use quite a small amount of foundation for me anyway, because I usually use so much. And the brush is working well. One layer, like it is quite thin and I'm really buffing it in. It's really evened out my skin tone, but it's not like flawless. So I'm just gonna do another layer and we'll see how it goes. Oh, I love the smell of this. I feel like you put it on and then you blend it out, it goes more orange, but hopefully it doesn't oxidize. I feel like if it doesn't oxidize, it'll be completely fine. It's quite a thick, tacky kind of texture, but once it's blended out, it doesn't feel sticky. It's just like before you blend it out, it's a little bit sticky. I'll link down below my previous best of videos. Next up, I'm planning to do the worst of Sephora, and then I want to do the same thing for like Ulta and Beauty Bay. I just wanted to get this one out first because obviously for me to order all the Sephora stuff, it takes a little bit longer because I have to ship it to an address in America and then ship it to New Zealand because I can't order direct. So usually by the time I do that, the reviews are a little bit like different. Sometimes the stuff that was a bestseller or worst seller is not within a couple of weeks, so you know, we just have to accept that. Okay, this layers so nice. I actually do not mind this so far. I'll wear it again in my real life and I'll update you because I think this looks quite nice. It is a little bit too orange and perhaps a little bit too dark. On camera it kind of looks like it matches, but in real life it's a little bit darker than my body. I feel like it's dried down like half a shade darker. It's not too bad, but yeah. So first impression, I love the way it looks. up close, it's so flawless. It's even sitting quite nicely over my nose, which is usually where I struggle. Doesn't look cakey, it looks so smooth, it has a nice finish. We'll see if it oxidizes over the next few minutes because I seem to have really good luck with that sometimes. Okay, the worst rated bronzer, I'm going straight to bronzer, it'll make sense in a second, was the Stila Aqua Glow Perfecting Bronzer. So it's like a cream bronzer. So obviously I want to put that on now before I do concealer and powder and everything. I have got the foundation and concealer from the Aqua Glow range. I haven't tried them much yet, but I have tried the blushes and I love the blushes. Okay, this one was rated 1 star. Someone said, it makes me look pink, and it's $52. So let's try it. This is what the packaging looks like. I love the packaging, to be honest. You get 30 ml, which is heaps. And it comes in a little pump. So how do I go about this? I might just put it on the back of my hand. It looks like this. It looks like fake tan. I'm trying to figure out what contour color I got because I can't find a contour color in here. Did I forget? I don't know. To apply this, I'm going to use a detail fiber brush, which is like my favorite type of brush to use liquidy products with, like bronzers and blushes. So I'm just stippling a little. Oh my gosh, my face is so dark. Look at that. I think it's oxidized a bit. It looks quite orange. It's not as orange as that other foundation though, in the last Mecca one I did. Well, it wasn't really the foundation, but you know what I mean. I went bright orange in that video. It's like barely noticeable. It feels so wet as well. Like it like feels wet on your face. Like it doesn't feel like it's drying. I'm just gonna put some of my, like you can see it more there, but it looks like orange. So that's fun. I'm gonna take more of this foundation and just waste some and put it down my neck because this is not okay. So we'll just let the rest of that foundation catch up in orangeness on my chest, and then hopefully I won't look so... I'm so sorry. I forgot primer. I don't even know how I did that. This was the primer that was lowest rated, so I'll try this in a new video, in a different video, I promise. Let me just try it out on my hand. It's a matte primer, which isn't really for my skin type. I prefer glowy stuff, but holy, that's thick. It's like professional, but even thicker. It just like stays up by itself. Ooh, but when you rub it in, it feels like a balm. Like it's real slippery. That actually feels quite nice. And it's quite sticky, which I don't mind for a primer because sometimes it helps to stick the foundation down. Okay, I'm gonna try that in a different video. That feels pretty good though, to be honest, so hopefully it's better than what the reviews say. I'm so sorry. I am just a little bit confused because there's no concealer in here. Maybe I already own it. Let's see what the lowest rated concealer is. I have to make an apology. So the reason I didn't buy the concealer is because I thought I already had it, but I can't find it anywhere. I'm thinking it's because I've tried it before and I wasn't really a big fan of it. It's the Stila Aqua Glow Serum Concealer. $42 and it's rated like 2.5 stars. I'm such a failure. Like, okay, hopefully the rest of this video goes a bit smoother. I'm gonna try a different concealer that I've never tried before just to try and make it up to you. This is the beige Bobbi Brown Corrector something concealer. Oh, instant full cover concealer. By the way, this foundation feels so weird on my skin. It feels like almost tight. Like I can feel it there on my skin and it's not a good feeling. So this foundation is just not impressing me anymore. I like the finish. I like the coverage, I like how it sits on my skin, but it feels strange and the color is not good. Maybe if I had like a crap ton of fake tan on, but even then like, I just don't like the way it feels. It almost feels hot too. Like I don't know if I'm having like a reaction to it or what. I can't get like any product on my wand right now. Come on, please. This feels really thick. I'm using my large buffer. I should probably use a smaller one. I'm using my medium buffer. Oh my gosh. I'm so itchy. Okay. Just on the side, nipple brush. This feels so thick. I don't know if it's because of the foundation underneath. I like the coverage though. It's super brightening. Look at that difference. I'm definitely gonna try this again, but with like a different foundation underneath because everything just feels so heavy on top of this. And the one thing I don't like about this is like nothing comes out on the wand and I'm the kind of person that piles stuff on. That really does conceal the under eye bags. I like that so far. A little hack I like to do after I do my concealer is take the little nipple. This looks scary, but it's really not. And just rub it across my waterline to like brighten up my eyes. So I'll definitely try that concealer again. I don't think you can get that on Mecca. But anyways, the powder I have here is Shanxo. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. HD Perfecting Loose Powder. And it comes in this cute little purple box. This is an expensive brand. I'll look it up in a moment. You get like the smallest amount of powder, 2.4 grams. This is one of those like on the go type situations where you get your little brush. Doesn't feel too bad. It's a little bit stiff, but I mean, it's reasonably soft. You would hope so. And then you... I don't think you were meant to do that. Okay, I think it's actually one of those situations where it comes out of the actual brush. So I just wasted like $80 worth of product. I mean, hold on, we'll check how much it costs, but cool. I'm gonna like soak some up into the brush and try to like salvage this. Hey. So life hack, don't do that. It's never a dull moment, is it? Okay, so this is $109. Just for comparison, in the Laura Mercier foundation, powder, loose powder, you get 9.6 gram. This one, what did I say it was? 2.4. For $104. Oh, that's a good idea for one. Do you want me to do full face of cheapest stuff and full face of most expensive stuff? That could be another good one to do. And it was rated 2.7. Very confused. Bought this while on a whim, as I love the brand, but I can't see the point of this product. It's a glorified makeup brush as no powder comes out. Someone else said it's magic. They love the powder. It doesn't get cakey or irritate their skin. I thought this would be great to carry in my handbag for touch-ups. It's very pretty, but I can't seem to get the powder out of the brush. So yeah, you're supposed to just shake it down, I guess. Hold on. Let me read the directions because I want to see, like, do you just shake it upside down, or like what do you do? It doesn't even say. It just says following application of foundation, buff the HD powder all over the face. I have powder all over every single one of my brushes now, so that's fun. Okay. I'm just using what's on it. I can't see the powder coming out, but we're just gonna do this. And the brush is shedding all over my eyelids, not to be confused with shitting. And I feel like I'm wiping off half of my foundation. I don't like this at all. I might just end up opening it and using a different brush to use it, but I still would never buy this because it's like $100 and something and you get nothing. Like, I don't care how good it is, that is too expensive. I am quickly gonna take my MAC C2 powder because I want to give the rest of the products a fair review, and my base I'm just not happy with. You know, if I put blush and stuff on top of this, I'm just gonna be like, it looks shit. So I'm just gonna fix it up and actually give it a proper fair review. This will help to kind of color correct too, because I'm just orange. So it looks like I can trust a lot of the reviews on Mecca so far. Hopefully we find some good stuff next. I'm trying to find the low rated contour kits, but there really aren't any. It's funny because Shapeshift is one of the lowest rated ones. The rest either have good reviews or they have no reviews. So I mean, I guess I'll use my Shapeshifter palette, but I like that. It's still been rated 4 stars. Why did people not like it? Mostly unusable. I have this in light medium. The shimmery highlighters are okay. The cream and powder contour and bronze colors look okay under my chin, but they're horrible on the face. Tried to make them work, but they always look blotchy no matter what. Fair enough. I don't have that problem. Okay, so most of the issue, which I can agree with, is that people don't like how it's like double-sided, powders, creams, etc. So on Mecca, this will set you back $83. These are on New Zealand dollars, by the way, so if you're sitting there and you live, you know, in the United States or something and you're like... So it's got 2 sides. It's got the contour side like this, which I love this contour shade. That shade there I use for bronzer sometimes, but it's quite intense. But I might just use it today, obviously, because the other bronzer from Stila did not work out. The highlight is really pretty, and that's nice, just like under your eyes and stuff. But yeah, to be honest, I don't use the side that often. I've used the contour a couple times and it's good, but like I never use these two or even that one really. Like I've tried them, but yeah, I can totally see why people wouldn't want to pay for this entire palette when they only use a couple of the colors. And yeah, mine is in light medium, and if you have skin fairer than me, that color there is completely unusable. I can't use that when I've got super fair skin because it looks really full on. Pretty much just use it for the contour color most days. So it's one of those things to consider when you're buying a palette. Like if it's going to be a palette you're going to use a lot of colors, or if it's just going to be one color, it's not really worth it, is it? Okay, so I'm using the contour color, and this is a bronzer brush. Oh, actually I want to show you some of my new brushes with XOBEAUTY that have just come out. We've got new sets out. So we've got like a pro eye brush set, a blender eye brush set, so smaller sets that just have eye brushes. And then we have a highlight and contour face set, an essentials face set. Like, we've got quite a lot of new mini brush sets. So they're a little bit cheaper than the 12-piece sets, and they're just a good way, like if you're a beginner, if you need certain brushes to add to your collection, or if you just want to expand your brush collection, it's a good way to expand. Because obviously it's cheaper to buy them in this set than individually. And it's also the brushes I recommend from, like, you know, just me, what I would recommend, because people always ask me, they're like, which brushes do I need for like a beginner? I'm just starting out with eyeshadow, which brushes? So go for the essential eye brush set, etc. So hopefully you guys find that helpful and yeah, save some money. I wish they would just do this palette as a single-sided palette, because that would be better. I'll swatch the highlighter, but it's not the highlighter I'm going to use today, but it's like super blinding if you like that look. Like, it's really pretty. I really like the undertone to it. It's like a nice champagne. Why did that come out so weird? I love new brushes. We have the Jumbo Face Brush, the softest, most luxurious powder brush you'll ever see. So if I compare it to the normal, mine's dirty, the normal powder brush. Normal powder brush is like a big powder brush, circular. This one's tapered on one side. So I like this one more for powder, setting powder, especially T-zone or all over. And it's a nice big bronzer brush. It is so freaking soft and it's just beautiful. Look at him, like, isn't he elegant? And then turn your eye brushes, which I'll show you when I use them. So I'm going to take some of this Scary Dark Orange bronzer, one tap, look how much comes off, and just kind of, this brush blends out really well. By the way, the white hairs are so easy to clean, so I'm just going to use my instant brush cleaner. This is by Cinema Secrets. You can use brush soap, they come really clean. There you go, freshly clean. It's a little bit damp, but next up, let's do blush. So this is by Ciate, and Ciate I haven't tried much of. I've tried obviously the Chloe Morello palette, which is incredible. I'm excited to try something new, but it was quite low rated. It cost $41 and it's rated 3.3. I went with the shade Date Night, which is a peachy color, I believe. So it's got 1 5-star review, but then it's got 3 and 2-star reviews. Someone said they swatched them in store and they swatched beautifully, and they reminded them of the Hourglass blushes. So they bought all of them, got home, put them on their face, and nothing showed up. They had to use like so much product to get any pigment. Same thing with the other reviews, no pigment. So apparently they're not pigmented. So let's give it a go. The thing with me is I usually like buildable blushes personally. I prefer something that I have to work for because I don't like having to be super careful. Like, I can be, but I prefer things like the Clinique blushes where like you can buff them in, build them up, and they just look really nice. I still love my other blushes like the Urban Decay ones and stuff, but yeah, those ones you have to use like no product and like be real careful. I feel like buildable is easy. So this is Date Night, that's what it looks like. Swatched on my finger. Yeah, look on my finger, there's heaps of product. That was a tiny swatch and I love the finish. I'm using a detail fiber brush again. I think that's really pretty. That's the kind of glow I prefer. So there you go. Oh, that's almost too much. I like went ham on my brush. Not ham, but you know, I put a decent swirl on my brush because people are like, it's not pigmented, but on me, put on too much now. So there you go. Just goes to show that everyone's got a different preference with products, because I think that's legit. I'm gonna have to use another brush to blend it out now. I think it's pretty, so whatever. Whatever, Trevor. And then the highlighter is called Invisible Glow by Bare Minerals. The bronzer's got like 5-star reviews, but then the highlighter of the same range has 3. Beautiful natural looking highlights, so they gave it 3 stars. I like natural highlighters. Someone rated it 1 star with the label scam. I bought this a month ago. Looked great under the light in the store. Once I got home, I found it hard to apply. Can't even see it. And then a couple other people actually gave it high ratings and said it's invisible but in a good way. It's really natural. Makes your cheekbones pop. And someone said you can use it like a setting powder if you want, just to make your skin really glowy. Sounds similar to the XO Beauty powder. I won't be surprised if I actually like this. So I got the shade Fair to Light. It says, inspired by golden hour light, this silky ultra-fine baked highlighter illuminates your skin tone for a lit from within glow. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Looks kind of average in the pan, but let's give it a go. I'm gonna try it on a sheer powder brush first, which I like to use with my XO Beauty highlighter, just all over my skin. We'll see if we can see it. Oh yeah, that gave a really nice all over glow. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but I definitely can in real life. Okay, so far so good. Now let's try it with a small face brush, which is dirty. Soz. Don't act like you guys have clean brushes all the time. Look, this is so similar to the XO Beauty one. I like it. I think that's really pretty. So if you like the kind of highlighters I like, that are just glowing from within, not like super shimmery, It's still like, it's still intense. It's just not shimmery intense, you know? Okay, next up we have the eyeshadows I'm using today. I thought this looks so pretty on the website, but it's only rated 2.8. It is called the Mecca Max, which is Mecca's own brand. Wink Weapon Mini Palette. This is in the shade Embellished. Waste of money, like a kid's eyeshadow box. Drops off in chunks. Colors seem to have any pigment. You have to keep brushing and brushing to get any color to transfer. I like the packaging. It's quite classic. It reminds me of the MAC palettes, those mini MAC palettes. I'm not going to use a primer. I'm just going to go straight in because I want to see how they perform on their own. I'm going to start with this one. Yep. I do feel like there's not a good like transition shade. Like this is quite light and then this one's super dark. I wish there was something in between, but we'll use this as a transition shade. It's like just darker than my skin tone. Maybe I'll mix it. I'll mix it with the darker brown. So I'm using a fluffy blender brush by XOBEAUTY. Colors are easy to blend. I can see how people think they're not pigmented, but I mean, they are still easily buildable. They're not like the most unpigmented eyeshadows I've used in my life. And I don't think these colors are chalky so far. So next, let's do the gold glitter. I'm just going to use my finger for, oh yeah, that's gritty. You can see like every single glitter particle when you swatch it. It literally looks like a loose glitter up close instead of like a eyeshadow. Like, it literally looks like I just dipped into a loose glitter. So I don't know how this is supposed to stick to your eyelid. I mean, normally I would use, oh, it's kind of, what? It's like not transferring onto my eye from my finger. Yeah, that's so glittery, gritty. It's pretty. It's almost like not an eyeshadow. That's so weird. I'm gonna use one of my new brushes, but this is not gonna be the best way to test the new brush to show you how it works because this eyeshadow is a bit strange. Sorry, I was very bright just then. Anyway, so this brush here is the Dense Shadow Brush. Yeah, like it's not even picking it up. Like you need to use your finger, but your finger doesn't transfer it. This is a weird eyeshadow. How are you supposed to use this? Okay, I'm not gonna use this brush anymore, but just so you know, I might use it to highlight actually. This is the Dense Shadow Brush. This brush is so lovely. So it's basically like a luxe eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit thicker and dense. And I just love this for like packing on pigments and stuff like that. You can use this wet as well. It is synthetic. Maybe I'll try that. Let's try that. Still like barely picking it up, but we'll give it a go. Oh yeah, that applies better. Yeah, this eyeshadow palette, because of that glitter shade, which I feel like is like the hero, you know, like that is like the pop of this palette. It's just not that good to apply. It's a stunning color. And I mean, it looks really pretty, but that's not easy to work with. Like that's a lot of work to get it to work. Once you build it up on the brush like 5 times onto your lid, it seems to work, but who's got time for that? I'm going to go in. Did I buy brow stuff? Why didn't I buy brow stuff? I was like, I look different. I've got no eyebrows. Okay, we're gonna have to have a look at that in a second. I'm gonna take this color just here. Look at this, ready? That's after like scrubbing. Look, I'll do one swatch. What is that? I blimmin' love Mecca, but you can't get away with that. I just scrub at my finger. I was like, why is this not going on? Same with this one. Like, look at that. That's like barely anything. The only color that's somewhat decent is really that dark brown for me. So it started off okay, not amazing, but it got worse and worse as we went. So I'm gonna go into my Shapeshifter palette and use that highlighter when I try to showcase my new brushes and the makeup doesn't work. Typical. Okay, here we go. That's better. That's what I expect. I'm going to use the contour shade and just pack that underneath that lash line. By the way, all of this stuff cost me like $1,000. So the things I do for you, because I honestly thought that this stuff was not even going to be bad and half of it is bad. Oh, that's what I haven't showed you, the other new brush. The last new brush is another favorite, of course. This is the new Slim Crease brush, which you can use in the crease, out of V, blending, and it's just basically like if you think of the fluffy blender brush. Sorry, this is filthy. It's got that friggin' powder all over. It's like a really narrow, tiny version, you know, similar shape. And like, I love this just like out of V, circular motions into the crease to really define that crease and blend at the same time. Like, it's just so flawless. This is so good if you love doing eyeshadows to do a halo look, because you can really blend with it, place the color. It's like pencil brush and a blender brush all in one. You can use it to blend under your lash line too if you love a smoky look. I obviously just completely didn't even consider brows. I don't know what I was thinking. The lowest rated product is a Bobbi Brown Longwear Brow Gel. Or maybe they do stock the Bobbi Brown concealer then. Either like went out of stock when I bought it and they didn't send it and something happened like that, or I just didn't buy it. I'm gonna quickly do my brows. I am so sorry. I will make sure this does not happen for the next low rated video. I feel like I friggin' forgot half the products. I'm so sorry. Okay, I just did really quick eyebrows using my Hourglass brow sculpting thing, which is from Mecca, and I just figured I'd better show you quickly. This is the difference between the dense shadow and then the eyeshadow. So the dense shadow is a little bit smaller as well. So if you've got less lid space or you just want more precision. Okay, eyeliner. This is another expensive brand. I have not really experimented with, is it Alice Fass? Alice Fass? I don't know. So this is one of the lowest rated products of this entire video, but it's only had 2 reviews, but 1 star. 2 1-star reviews. This product is a brush with eyeliner pushed through. Unfortunately, I must have turned the dial 100 times with no product appearing. Apparently, once you finally get to use it, the product becomes caked to the brush and requires a wash under hot water prior to every single use, which does not sound very practical. Someone said 1 star. I'm really glad I spent nearly $50 on this eyeliner that I can't even use no matter what. No matter how many times I turn the dial on the bottom to push the eyeliner to the brush, it doesn't come out. Well, I'm looking forward to this one. So it looks like this. It kind of looks like a bullet or something. It's silver packaging, which I love. And ooh, the brush is really stiff. Look, mine came out. Oh my god, look at that. Ooh, it's going everywhere. That's my own fault. Mine came out. Okay, the brush is actually kind of easy to use, but look at that. It's not that black. It's not even covering that glitter at all. It's hard to get a fine tip though. It's as sharp as I can get it. Now I'm doing a second layer because it's not very opaque. That's actually a pretty good wing, but not sharp. I feel like I'm having such a bad run with makeup lately. Like, I used to never have products I disliked. Like, genuinely, stuff I tried, more often than not, I'd really like it. I don't hate this. I just don't think the formula's that good. It's not bleeding though, so that's good. I can see how you would have to like wash this in between each use because it's already starting to get quite like stiff. I guess that's no different to a brush and a pot eyeliner, but at the same time when you're buying a liquid eyeliner you don't really expect that you're gonna have to do that. I guess because it's not inside. You know, like a normal liquid eyeliner you kind of insert it back into the liquid so it would stay all liquidy, whereas this is like in a cap. So I think moral of the story is I really like the applicator in the end. The brush is actually nice and easy to use, apart from, like I said, to get a sharp wing. It's not sharp, but I think that was really easy. I twisted it 3 times and nothing came out. Next up we have mascara, of course, and we've got the Hourglass Curator mascara, and I've never tried an Hourglass mascara before, and actually they've got a few mascaras that are rated really high. This one is not though. So this one is Curator Realist Defining Mascara, rated 1.9, and it's $57. What does this mean? I used this product with the recommended instrument and I definitely wasted my money. It's really clumpy, too much product, started to clump in the bottle after 4 uses. Someone else said that too. This is so weird. It looks cool, but I need to look up instructions. Like, what is this? I'm so confused. How do you get it out? Dip the Curator lash instrument into the mascara and coat lashes from root to tip using a zigzag motion. Flip the tool. How do I use this? Okay, so I can't get this open. So I'm assuming it's not supposed to open, but this is dry. Do I shake it? Did I drop something? This must open. I'm gonna search a YouTube video of someone using it.
Hi, and thanks so much for joining me today.
Let's see what his looks like.
And then go in or just go in. So
am I meant to friggin' buy that separately? The instrument? Because if so, that's so stupid. Can someone please tell me? Like, I don't get it. If I had to buy that separately, like that was not clear on this product page. It doesn't say please buy the friggin' wand. I am pretty sure you're supposed to buy that separately. Like, why couldn't they tell me that? I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't say like warning. It literally just says, okay, I guess it says designed to use exclusively with the Curator lash instrument. But like, I would assume it would come with it because it didn't say bracket comes separately or anything, you know? How am I supposed to know that? You guys probably watch more YouTube than I do and you're probably all like, Shannon, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. If you want me to do a first impression on it, because it looks really interesting, it's like this little like brushless tool and it's so expensive. I mean, I might as well friggin' buy it now because like I could do a whole video about it and we could test it against like my favorite mascara from another brand or something. Let me know if you want to see that and I will go purchase it. I want to punch myself in the face right now. Okay, so I just looked for another mascara that's available on Mecca. This one isn't necessarily rated really low. It's Aqua. Got a 3-star and a 5-star. The 3-star just says like it's okay. Designed to promote thicker, longer lashes, and it's got ingredients in it to strengthen your lashes as well. And this is what the brush looks like. Kind of interesting looking. It's a little bit different. It's quite wet. It's definitely quite lengthening, but I'd say it's not very volumizing at all. Like I wouldn't really agree with the fact how they say it's thickening. I'm still annoyed at myself about that Hourglass one. Got it all over my eyelid. I would agree with that person. Like this is just like okay. Definitely is not clumpy whatsoever. Looks nice on those lower lashes, that's for sure. So the lashes I have here are from Mecca Cosmetica. These are the defining lashes, defining false lashes. Look how creepy this is. It's like got a nose. These cost $22, which is kind of pricey for lashes in my opinion. Well, I mean, if they were super detailed, but they're very natural, you know. So got a couple of 4 stars, couple of 5 stars, couple of 1 stars, couple of 2 stars. These were so heavy, I ended up taking them off after an hour. They were overpriced and not worth it. Someone else said 1 pair usually lasts me 1 month, but these ones didn't last. Some people say they're beautiful, easy to apply, natural. The lashes look so pretty. They're like nice little clusters and they have an invisible lash band. So these are the kind of lashes I would use for volume because as you can see they aren't like longer than my own lashes. So that's how they look. What do you think? Now let's finish off this video because it's probably an 8-year long video like always. The lip pencil I have here is in the shade Tough Tomato. That's right, I think I got like orange or something because I wanted to do something bright. So this is Tough Tomato, $47. For a lip pencil. It's rated 2.8, dry and cakey. The pencil is very, very waxy, so you need to heat it up on your hand. It's too hard. This is not looking good for me because as you guys know, this is totally once again personal preference, but it's like how I didn't like the NARS lip pencils because I don't like hard lip pencils. I prefer creamy lip pencils personally. It's definitely hard, but it's not as hard as I was expecting from the reviews. It's definitely very pigmented, but to be honest, I would never spend $47 on a lip liner. I don't hate it. Like, I feel like I could keep this and get use out of it. Okay, and then I had to search for the lowest rated orange lipstick I could find. Came up with this one, which is by Mecca Max. It's rated 3.4 and it's $31, which is a very reasonable price here in New Zealand. $31 for a liquid lipstick, that's not bad. Nice color, awful texture. Good color, interesting texture. Most terrible liquid lip I've ever tried. Love the color, but oh my, the formula and applicator. The applicator is massive and awkward. There are quite a few 5 stars, but then there's some like really low ones, which obviously made it the lower rated, especially for when I was looking for an orange lipstick. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is completely opaque and it says hot to trot on the top, which is the color with a little like plastic bubble. The applicator is not that bad. I love applicators like this. This is like what I have with my liquid lipsticks by XOBEAUTY. Like the flat applicator, it's my favorite because you can get a really precise line. I guess it just depends what you're used to. Personal preference once again. Such a pretty color. It's not really orange, it's more of like a kind of watermelon pink or something. It's very lightweight. This applicator is so fine to use, so I definitely disagree with that person. Doesn't feel heavy. It did definitely go a little bit streaky when I rubbed my lips together, so I think it's one of those formulas where you want to put it on and let it dry without like rubbing. Oh, that was fine. Okay, so here we go. It's matte now. It looks really pretty, like a real velvety kind of matte finish. I do not hate that. Obviously, I'd have to wear it all day and like feel how it felt on my lips all day long, but that color is super cool. I like the color and the formula, like the application was so easy. I didn't think that was difficult. Obviously, personal preference, once again, whatever. So I'm gonna keep that. And then the last thing we have here is a setting spray. So this is really affordable too. It is $28 for 150 ml, so that's a good price. And it was rated 2.6 out of 5. Most of the reviews say it's a really good product. It's just the nozzle. We all know how much I like a good nozzle. That's why the Glam Glow Glow Serum is one of my all-time favorites. Like the mist, let me just like, I'm just gonna spray it over here first. Okay, definitely on my hand I could feel some like bigger blobs, but it didn't feel too excessive, so I guess let's try it on the face. It smells kind of like hairspray, but not in a bad way, but you know those really fruity hairsprays? Okay, yep. I got it in my eye and it stings. That's one of those setting sprays you spray on. It tastes bad. It feels wet. Like it lands on your face and you feel like you've just been sprayed by rain. But it didn't leave big, oh no it did. Okay, up close it did. So it sounds like it's a good product. It's just the spray bottle. So that's the completed look. I love how the skin looks now. You know what? I might keep trying that foundation with a lot more fake tan and with my MAC powder. Obviously I ended up agreeing with most of the reviews. I think the lip products were both good. The lip liner isn't like my ideal formula, but I feel like the reviews were a little bit harsh. The liquid lipstick, I felt like some people were being very harsh. Once again, personal preference, I know, but in my opinion, I thought it was really good. It does feel a little bit drying, but it is very matte, so it's just one of those things that comes with that, you know? I love the highlighter. I really like it. Like personally, all over my face as well. It looks so stunning. The blush, I like it. I'm not gonna say I love it, but I do like it, and I can definitely imagine me using it again. I love the color for like a natural look. The eyeshadows didn't end up being so good. The mascara, couldn't try it. The liquid bronzer I hated. The foundation was kind of like 50-50. You know, I look at my base now and I'm like, oh, so good. This thing, like I said, 50-50. Like I use this quite often in my videos because I love the contour color, but I can see why people wouldn't want to buy it because of all the extra, you know? So I'm really sorry that I forgot about the primer. I'll definitely use that in another upcoming video. I'll do like a full face first impression or something like that. And I'm really sorry about the concealer situation. I thought I had it, but I obviously already got rid of it. So let me know what you thought of this video. Obviously my next one will hopefully be a little bit better than this one because obviously I forgot stuff this one. So I'll make sure for the next one to get my shit under control. If you did enjoy this video regardless, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Can't stop looking at my lip color. I'm really happy with it. It's definitely more pink than I thought it was gonna be. I thought the swatch was orange. Maybe I was just imagining things. It's stunning though. Like I really like it. And I love the way my skin looks now. So there you go. And I'm excited to keep trying that Bobbi Brown concealer too. Just a little bit of creasing happening, but I didn't use an under eye setting powder, so can't really judge that. I'm gonna talk to you guys in my next video. I'm just glad I'm not an orange mess anymore. I'm kind of balanced out, so well done me. Okay.